Hello, this is Gerald Turvawas. It's maybe a good time to have a clear example also that shows very much how we use certain letter combinations and can also use that as a reference point for also accompanying the description of how the object looks like. And a very good example is the word BRIL, which is a Dutch word, which means glasses. It's very different from the English word glasses, which actually represents, yes, the shining through material and so on, which is very much about that kind of focus. BRIL is very much more describing actually how the functionality of the form really is presenting itself and is presented itself also via this choice of words for it. And in the background you can have a theory as well that where you can look up already where the reference point are basing themselves upon, because there's a certain balanced out rhythm there in looking into the object's environment and pinpointing actually a certain position. And the combination of positions make up the description actually also of the object. We're not very aware of this whole system, but it exists, and it is a rhythmical, almost numerical order which finds its way in these suggestive combinations. There's some books to prepare you if you want to get used to this system of logic that still exists between all the letters as well. And let's form the word. So just like sound informed, like my book is sound informed, so there's a lot of attention to that aspect. Not all of the words will be very much about making a form, because we have three sorts of focuses, and it's only one of the focuses which is really keeps a focus upon to the physical and very strong defined form as well. Other things are already distracting it from that kind of idea also, and sometimes it's only describing a direction, like another 9 letters in the middle there, or about looking for the context so that we know where more or less we can expect something to happen. Even it is already something else then, but here it is clearly more focused upon the form. And you have the B here, which you can look up in this system as well on where it is. So I read here, it's in physical space. It's about a continuation with what we have there at the end, at the borders, at the limit. So it's at the end, and it's also into two points where we can examine or associate that kind of formation process, and that presents it quite well. That's the B. The R is also at the end of for the material, but it looks for a different context. It's looking for where does it really go to. Let's look up where it's go to and what kind of material I can bring with me, which is combined with E. So the direction goes inwardly. And so the R mostly is that is very well presented. There are some reasons why this is by this almost spiraling back also to the physicality kind of feedback process, which takes the material that it can use in a certain time and space context. Okay, it's a very quick definition of it, because there's you have to learn the definitions where they come from. That's another thing that needs, of course, attention, but I have to go through this a little bit more quickly. These are the results. The results are backed up. The E goes inwardly and also connects the material into a time and space schedule again, into a frame again, into a working frame that you can work with. So here you have already B, R and E, and the L adds actually a form to it. It adds a form, so around that you should be able to present the form with these directions and with this almost mechanism that you can almost recognize there. And it's of course representing the glasses. The glasses are actually containing the letters into certain with a certain physical reference, like the B, which is it's like a pressure outwardly around a point, around, like with the R, around a point, which, so it is like this. What you can do with the glasses as well, with these glasses, is this system in it, which is very well fitting with the BRIL sound, the E as that inwardly direction, and the L as following this whole process up with a form. That's what the L is always doing. It's turning this into a form, and that's that kind of form like you have there in the glasses. It doesn't present a full glasses, but there's also this inwardly move, and the E is also into three positions where two of them, let's say, where here two of them are pressed out, like from the B onwards. And you still have another kind of glasses, let's we say. So in Dutch, BRIL, you can also use it for a toilet, for that toilet form. You don't call it glasses in English, but that's the same word, and that's the same thing actually. Also here also is this mechanical system, almost like it presses itself out, turns around that point where it connects the material, and that's what B and R together will do. E, that inwardly thing, and L, actually then that form that is playing around it. So all of them are describing very much the form, the outer form edge of these glasses. Very different than the English, and I think I have expressed glass before. I don't think I expressed glasses before, but you can already imagine that what it presents in the English word is really showing a completely different focus, and that's why also these two objects, they don't have the same word in English. In Dutch, BRIL is really describing the mechanism here itself of these two sorts of forms that are not in the slightest related with each other, except from its mechanical, physical description, actually, that are perfectly described in this letter combination. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment if you like, subscribe to the YouTube channel, to the Facebook page, or just check out more via these books. Thanks again. Bye.